So battle lines drawn very clearly over Rahul's remarks, which have created a ruckus. I have with me Mr. Prakash Javadekar, BJP MP. Thank you very much, Mr. Javadekar. Isn't this quite weird, Mr. Javadekar? A weird situation where the treasury benches have been accused of creating a ruckus and they did not let the House function.
No, Sanket, this is not the correct description of what happened today. It was leader of the House, Piyush Goyal, started to speak after chairman gave him permission. And when he started speaking, the opposition started shouting slogans. They came near the well and they were disturbing the House. Disruption is their mantra right from the first second, and therefore they didn't allow him to speak. Still he spoke, but it was tried that it should not be heard by anybody. But this is what opposition did. We didn't start it. Then when others were speaking, we only raised the demand that Rahul Gandhi should apologize because he has defamed the country on foreign soils, and that too in Britain, which was ruling us for 200 years, and now we have overtaken them economically also, with we being the fifth largest economy. We have very good relations with Britain. We have very good relations with UK. But let us understand that what he did was unpardonable. You are telling total lies. You say the mics are not working, mics are shut when opposition speaks. I think he spoke for 50 minutes. And everybody saw, without any proof, without any rules to be followed. He did everything wrong. Now that matter is under privilege. So this is how he reckless and irresponsible behavior of a Congress leader was definitely, therefore, we demanded apology from the Congress benches and the Congress leader. That was the demand.
Mr. Javadekar, do you think the statement should not have been made abroad because the Congress is criticizing the government and they're saying that what you are trying to do is you are equating statements made against the government as criticism of the country, whereas these two things are very different?
No, it is not about government criticism. You are telling complete lies. When the bike is shut off, when opposition is not allowed, only during emergency. They were apprehended, they were taken to jail and they were not allowed to speak. There was no freedom of expression, there was no freedom of speech, there was no freedom of organization. That was 75 dark period for we fought against it. The issue here is that there is no situation like emergency, but you want to create an impression, a bad impression. And now we have seen how the BBC stands exposed. They showed a very baseless film despite the court's verdict. And now when there was one anchor who is a very good footballer, he criticized the United Kingdom government, they fired him. So if that is the whole agenda of all these toolkit owners and toolkit operators, then this is how they defame India, and therefore we want apology from Rahul Gandhi.
Mr. Javadekar, my final question. You see, the Congress has said that the Prime Minister himself on many occasions has said things abroad, which according to this very definition, according to this definition of yours, will be construed as anti-India. For instance, suggesting that we had a lost decade and stating that nothing has happened in the past 7 decades. So then how do you respond?
See, Prime Minister has never spoken like this because in every of his speech from the Red Fort on 15th August, he always said, at least 3-4 times, I have heard that that every government in India has worked for the country and every prime minister has tried its best to do the job, and therefore he has created the Prime Minister Museum where all the prime ministers with their good work done is exhibited there. This requires a large heart and this requires an open mind. That's what Modi ji has. And therefore, this Rahul cannot think even because they don't think beyond their family. They think that country, India is their pocket borough, but it is not. People of this country are sovereign and they elect and reject. So they have elected Modi ji and they have rejected Congress. That's the truth in this country.
All right, Mr. Javadekar, many thanks for joining us.